Welcome to The Interest. I'm Katie Jensen. Today, we'll get some expert technology advice from Shane Kidwell on Tech Talk. And later, Steve Richman provides some lucrative advice on his segment, Road to Riches. But first, let's take a look at a very unique mortgage CEO who is stepping outside the box, or rather country borders, to build a multinational brokerage. I recently sat down with Mauro Guzzo, CEO of Guzzo & Co., to discuss how he's able to build trust with foreign entities and navigate the complexities of getting licensed abroad.
So often in times, if you wanted to really keep up with your client, with your borrower, you can't just think locally anymore. And you have to start looking out elsewhere.
Guzzo, CEO of Los Angeles-based Guzzo & Co., is expanding his company's footprint abroad as a multinational lender and broker. His business will serve anyone moving across borders. With the proliferation of remote work after the COVID-19 pandemic, Guzzo recognized the opportunity to provide borrowers an easier way to get a mortgage in another country.
When you look at McDonald's, you can order an Happy Meal anywhere. You can be in Rome, you can be in New York City or Mexico City or Sao Paulo. The Happy Meal most likely will taste the same. Well, the same idea, the same concept is what I wanted to create.
Essentially, Guzzo wants his brokerage to have the same international brand recognition as McDonald's. A homesick traveler wandering the streets of France or Brazil can always find comfort when they see those golden arches. Guzzo believes the same should be true for getting a mortgage, helping to eliminate fear and confusion for borrowers buying real estate abroad. But first, Guzzo needs to get a brokerage license in each and every country he wants to set up shop.
Brokerage is really not regulated in many countries or is newly regulated in some other country. So they really don't have laws in place already. When you go to another country, there's not really a state breakdown on what to do.
Guzzo himself navigates compliance, earns the trust of banks, lenders, regulators, and sometimes government leaders in order to open his business on their soil.
If we don't build the trust, I can open nowhere.
Guzzo must also overcome language barriers since he is only fluent in Italian and English.
When I first started, we would translate everything with Google. I must admit, the worst I still remember was the Arabic. So the upside down, that was probably the most challenging.
Guzzo's brokerage is licensed in Mexico and the US, and currently developing a license in Spain, France, Italy, and Canada. After that, Guzzo has his sights set on Brazil's booming economy and perhaps offering post-war reconstruction loans to the Ukrainian people. The main challenge, he says, is getting permission to do business with banks and secondary market investors.
Well, in the US, we just simply do it with a package, a broker package. Now you have to work with all those banks, and the secondary market and all these people have to get involved and give you permission to direct business towards them.
Guzzo said most of his lifelong career will be spent scaling his company. But as a family business with origins dating back to the 1800s in Italy, he may pass down his legacy to his future children.
Where, there are just so many countries that I don't know how many I can possibly do it myself. Probably my kids one day will do it, not me.
To hear more from Guzzo and how he's able to build trust with foreign borrowers and entities, listen to the latest episode of Gated Communities at nationalmortgageprofessional.com or wherever you get your podcasts. For The Interest, I'm Katie Jensen.
We all dream of owning a home, but for too long, if you didn't fit the mold, you were stuck. Stuck because the system worked for everyone except you. We've changed that. Angel AI uses advanced AI technology to give a 100% trusted solution and fast answers for worry-free financing, allowing you to achieve fair and equal access to lending. Angel AI. AI you can bank on.
We've talked about Canva before. It is probably the lowest cost, highest impact technology you can get. But I wanted to talk about it again because they've come out with some incredible upgrades that have an AI component to it. there are a ton of new tools in Canva that you need to dig in on today. Make sure you get their upgraded version. Don't go with the free version, get the paid version. It's literally free if you use it because it adds so much value to your business. And with AI, it's making your job even easier today. Own your marketing so that if you have to change companies, if something pivots in your market, you're in control of it. One last thing about Canva. You can take presentations that would have been the equivalent to a PowerPoint, and you can now share those as websites. This is a great way to curate information to share with your audience, whether clients, referral partners, or niche markets, using a cool, simple, duplicatable tool like Canva.
A man lives on his farm with his son. And one day there's a storm and the gates burst open and his 2 horses run away. And all the villagers say to the farmer, "Oh, that's so horrible. You've lost your horses. You must be so upset." And the farmer said, "We'll see." So then the farmer's son goes out to try and find the horses. And not only does he find his 2 horses, he finds 2 wild stallions and he brings them back to the farm. And all the villagers say, "Oh my gosh, you must be so excited. Now you have 4 horses. You must be so happy." And the farmer said, "We'll see." And the son went and he said to the 2 stallions, he didn't say to the 2 stallions, but he looked with the 2 stallions. He said, "I have to break the stallions so that we can have them work on the farm." And he got on one of the stallions and he got thrown and he broke his arm. And all the villagers came to the farmer and said, "Your son broke his arm. You must be so upset. He can't help you farm. He can't help you work anymore. You must be horribly upset." And the farmer said, "We'll see." And 2 days later, there was a war. And all the young men in the village got picked up into the draft and went off to war. And the villagers all came to the farmer and said, "You must be so happy. Your son has a broken arm. He wasn't able to go to the draft. He's now able to stay at home. You must be happy." And the farmer said, "We'll see."
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to nationalmortgageprofessional.com.